All right. This whole album, you need to go peep it, dude. It is fire. Now, for those who aren't familiar, D'Lo is the best beatboxer in the world. I don't think this is negotiable anymore. And you will see that during the podcast. Do me a favor, go like, go subscribe, show love to D'Lo. This is from his album, and the song's called Diesel. Go subscribe. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Now, keep in mind, he makes everything with just his body. So it's all from diaphragm, breathing, mouth, vocals, everything. He's a beatbox master. I can't even talk right now. Just show love. Diesel, let's go. We talked about the song actually during the podcast a little bit. It's his mouth.
The season of the grind, winter, the time that fits the night, springtime, what a time to feel alive, summer, now that's what fuels my vibe. Autumn, the season of the grind, winter, the time that fits the night, springtime, what a time to feel alive, summer, now that's what fuels my vibe. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and 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 pump up the 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 gap and fill it with diesel.
Keep in mind, this is being done with just his mouth. No instruments.
What a time to feel alive. What a time to feel. What a time to feel alive.
Tell me you couldn't hear this. Like, say they splice some of this and loop it. You could hear this being played in like an episode of Peaky Blinders. Like, say when Thomas Shelby is walking into a place or something like that, or Arthur is. I could hear it being used.
What a time to feel, what a time to feel, what a time to feel, what a time to feel alive. Autumn, the season of the grind, winter, the time that fits the night, springtime.
I like that winter, the time that fits the night. Think about it during the winter time. I mean, it's basically dark at 4 p.m.
What a time to feel alive, summer. Now that's what fuels my vibe. Autumn,
summer. Now that's what fuels my vibe.
The season of the grind, winter, the time that fits the night, springtime. What a time to feel alive, summer. Now that's what fuels my vibe. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and 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 pump up the 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 gap and fill it with diesel. Pump up the gap and 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 pump up the 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 gap and fill it with diesel. What a time to feel, what a time to feel alive.
Come on!
What a time to feel, what a time to feel alive, what a time to feel, what a time to feel alive, what a time to feel, what a time to feel, what a time to feel, what a time to feel alive.
So dope. It's so dope. I really love how he used the seasons obviously to play off of it, and then the entire time, like I said, you got to remember there is no instruments besides himself. He is the human instrument. It just blows my mind that somebody is able to create music like this with just themselves. Nothing. Obviously, things are produced and mixed down and bounced down, but it's phenomenal. You cannot take anything away from this dude. And I would speak on more of the podcast, but I can't. You guys need, I'm telling you right now, anybody here who's a big fan of beatboxing or just wants to learn something about somebody who has you gotten as close to mastering a craft as possible, you don't want to miss this podcast on Saturday. You don't. We'll be dropping shorts, we'll be dropping clips. We're not going to do too much promotion beforehand because people forget. So what we're going to do is we're going to just drop it. There'll probably be a premiere. It'll be on the What's the Word podcast. So make sure you go subscribe to What's the Word podcast. I'll link that down below for you guys. Go check it out. Then I'll also be putting up shorts and stuff like that afterwards to let people know, like, hey, this podcast happened. You should go check this out because it is well worth it. Again, it's like 5 hours of a conversation, but I think we only aired an hour and 30 minutes of it, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, there was a lot discussed, and it was a great time, man. And we discussed this entire album, and a lot of other things. See, I got to be careful. You chose a song from an artist I literally was just having a full on conversation with for nearly a quarter of my day, like a few days ago. I don't even remember because everything's a blur at this point. But man, this was fire. Please show love to D-Lo. He deserves it. Like, subscribe. It's on to the next one. I love the whole beatbox community. And yeah, don't forget, guys, I'm always here for you. If you ever need me, you're more than welcome to reach out. My Instagram's linked down below. If you just need someone to talk to, you're going through a tough time dealing with anxiety, depression, panic attacks, PTSD, addiction, a bad breakup, whatever it is, man, just hit me up. I got your back. I wouldn't have a channel without you. I say this every video. I know it kind of probably gets annoying and redundant, but I just want to make sure it catches the right person at the right time. So that's why I keep saying it over and over again. Most people end up clicking off my video by the time I fucking stop listening to the song anyway. So thank you if you made it even this far into the outro. It means the world to me. I'm very lucky to have you, and that's why I keep on going. Is because of you. So thank you. I love you guys. Stay safe. It's on to the next one. Let me know what it is. Comment down below. Hit subscribe. Show love to the one and only D-Lo.